Everyone makes mistakes. That's the nature of life, the world we live in, and us as fallible human beings. We do things wrong. We get things wrong. I am as guilty as anybody else for maybe misspeaking, saying something that's not correct, having a cat jump up on the table in the middle of an intro. It's all mistakes. However, when you are doing something like reviewing or reporting, it's important that you take as many steps as you can to be as accurate as possible. Because when you don't do that, you could end up saying something that ends up making you look a little bit foolish. What's up guys, I'm James and welcome to Boot Wizard Boot Reviews. Today we're going to cover a news story, something that happened this morning. It will probably be yesterday morning by the time that you see this. It was all over my Instagram feed and it came as a result of a mistake by a website and it got blown up, and rightly so, I would say. And we're just going to jump straight into this today. So remember to like the video, get subscribed to the channel, and let me know down below if you like this kind of news story, I suppose, or coverage of the boot community. It's something that I personally find quite interesting. Let me know if you do as well. So to start with, who does this involve? It involves Footy Headlines. If you don't know them, they're a website, they have an Instagram page, and they're basically the primary source for leaking big new football boot releases, both on the feet of pros and also in terms of getting leaks from a variety of sources. I'm sure they are the biggest pain in the side of big brands like Nike and Adidas as they break all of their new releases before they're supposed to be broken. Although, let's be fair, I'm sure occasionally Nike and Adidas leak a little bit of information their way when it suits them. But that's essentially what Footy Headlines do, and they report on a variety of things, sometimes what boots players are wearing. They're actually a very good source, and I enjoy their boot calendar, their boot release calendar that's on the website. It's pretty handy, and it's usually fairly accurate. But in this instance, what they've done is they've picked up a pair of boots from MD Boots. So MD Boots is a reseller on Instagram, does a lot of stuff with regards to Adidas and has a lot of very cool limited editions and samples and things like that. If you're not already following him, check him out. I highly recommend it. We know who it involves. What has actually happened? So Footy Headlines have seen an image of a pair of boots that MD Boots have put up on their Instagram. It's either been sent to them or they've seen it. The Instagram post that MD Boots has put up claims that he has a pair of sample boots. So these are an unreleased colorway of the Predator 20 Plus. I'll put images up on the screen. They're a black boot with orange stripes and an orange heel counter, and if I'm being honest, they look fantastic. And Footy Headlines did a whole article basically saying that they were fake. They said that they didn't believe that they were samples and that they were fake boots, which is a perfectly acceptable opinion to have, especially when you're looking at a pair of boots that are yet to be released. And with so many edits going around and so many different channels or pages, that really focus on editing boots who are really good at it, you could be convinced that this was an edit. Fine. So, is it an edit? Is it real? Well, I happen to know MD Boots and I happen to know for a fact that these are real. They're one of only 5 pairs in the world and they are a sample of a color that was not released by Adidas. So, what's the news story? Why the big hullabaloo? Because honestly, they've just made a mistake, haven't they? Like, they've looked at something, seen and thought that it was a fake, reported that it was a fake, and later on, when they've seen that it's not fake, they have retracted that information and published a correct response sharing MD Boots' picture on their Instagram page. So where's the problem? Well, the problem quite simply is that they didn't do their research. And Footy headlines, as big as they are, really should have known better. They should have contacted MD Boots to ask if they were real, fake, edits. They described them as virtual boots, as in edits, but if you'd have just contacted MD Boots for 2 seconds, he could have shown you videos of him with these boots in hand. He has the tags that are specific Adidas sample tags. You could have spoken to him and known about the fact that he has contacts in Germany that he can get these boots from. And they're a phenomenal pair of boots to have in his collection. And I think to claim that they're fakes without doing any kind of research is a bit poor form. Admittedly, they've done the right thing now. They've retracted that, they've removed the article, and they have published an apology on their Instagram page. But yeah, I just feel like we should all be careful about what we're saying online generally, because that was potentially going to be very hurtful to MD Boots if people start saying that his stuff is fake, particularly from a very big company or a very big website. Admittedly, they didn't use his name initially, so I suppose that is beneficial, and of course he has gained added exposure now. But whenever we're calling somebody out, you better make sure you've contacted that person first. There is a lot of fakes and just general rubbish that goes around Instagram. You should always be careful what you're sharing, what you're saying, and things like that. And that's the lesson here. Be careful what you share, make sure your information's correct, double check it with another source, and if you're gonna call somebody out, contact them first. Interesting story, and I'm sure there's no hard feelings between MD Boots and Footy Headlines. Both will continue to thrive. Definitely get over and follow MD Boots to see these incredible boots that he has. I'm pretty sure he has some 0.1 variations of samples coming very soon based on what he was saying to me, and those will be well worth checking out. He sells a lot of his boots as well, so if you are looking to pick up a very special pair of boots, he is well worth getting in touch with. But that's all from me here today. I hope you have enjoyed the video. We will see you soon.